day 2 of our impromptu Labor Day trip here in Disneyland. So yesterday we did a lot of fun things here in Disneyland. We haven't actually gotten to Disney California Adventure at all, so that's going to be the plan today. So this morning, if you didn't know, there is that little chimichanga stand right by the onboarding area for the Columbia, and the breakfast chimichanga is only until 11 a.m. until supplies last, and it is the best breakfast. So every time I can catch it, if I'm rope dropping or whatever, that's the first thing I'm going to do. So apparently, Luisa is actually going to be meeting today by the Rancho de Horcecollar Restaurante. Mirabel's meeting right now, but I asked a cast member this morning, it sounds like Luisa is going to be showing up sometime later this afternoon. So I'm seeing if we can catch her. Rumor has it Isabella is coming here as well, but unfortunately this trip we're probably not going to be able to see her. Her meet and greet start on Tuesday, September 3rd. So if you're watching this video, by the time it releases, both Isabel and Luisa will be meeting here in Disneyland. So that is super exciting. We're don't have a ton of plans today. I think I already had a breakfast chimichanga, so probably not hungry enough to have any more treats and snacks. But so there's some really interesting Halloween themed snacks available right now during this time, and by the time my stomach starts growling again, I probably will see what we can do in terms of doing that. This morning, I think the park's pretty busy just because it's a Labor Day weekend, start of the Halloween season, and everybody's coming over here to check it out. We weren't able to get a reservation for DC8 at all. Disneyland is pretty strict when it comes to their park hopping policy, so we will have to wait until 11 o'clock, literally on the dot, before we can park hop. So that's, still got about an hour or so to kill, and then before we can hop on over DCA and check out some of their ride overlays as well as their decoration for the Halloween season. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna take you along. We just got out of Big Thunder Mountain here in Disneyland. I've forgotten how much of a superior ride this version is to the one in Magic Kingdom. For some reason, Mike and I never ride that ride here in Disneyland, but it's so short over there. After riding this, you're like, what happened to the rest of the ride over there in Magic Kingdom? But it was posted at 25 minutes, and we were in and out, maybe 10 minutes or so that was not bad at all. Here in Disneyland, the morning hours, if you want to get some rides, early in the morning and late in the evening are really your best bets, because last night when we were here, we got to really ride a bunch of rides just walking on. So we are gonna try to head on over to Critter Country to see if we can meet Rabbit. One of our friends actually pulled a virtual queue for us this morning for Haunted Mansion Holiday, and yesterday, if you watch that video, our friend actually got boarding group number 1, and we didn't show up to the parks until much later, so of course we missed it. But this time I think they weren't as fast as this yesterday, so they got, I think, boarding group number 51 or something, so it's still being called right now. So we're trying to see if we can meet Rabbit first, and then maybe swing around to check out Haunted Mansion Holiday. But I mean, honestly, what's unique about this ride is that every single year they do like a gingerbread centerpiece. If you've checked out our D23 video, we already rode it, and would love to ride it again today, if possible, if timing works out.
So here we are in Critter Country. Can't help but look over at Tiana's Bayou Adventure that is still under construction. I've already had a chance to ride it in Magic Kingdom, and I'll link that video in the description down below. Disneyland version definitely feels a bit smaller, but that makes sense since Splash Mountain here has always been a little bit more compact than the one in Florida.
How do you eat a candied apple? Yeah. Ooh.
How is it? Is it like just coat it with sugar? I've never had a
sugar and caramel.
Oh.
I think the hardest part is getting the first bite.
Yeah, I've never had a candied apple, but it sounds like it's like a fresh apple inside.
Well, so sometimes the caramel's too hard.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
We just met Pooh back in Pooh's Thoughtful Spot. It's basically the back corner of his ride. I've actually never been here before. There is a merch shop, and there's like a whole candy shop, and Mike just got one of the poison apples offering for the candied apple, not poison. A poisonous candied apple over there as one part of the Halloween offerings. They also had a vampire bat mini, and then a candy corn mini, and a few other things. So they're super, super cute. Yeah, there's actually like somebody in the back making the Rice Krispie treat from scratch. So sometimes you just discover the hidden spots in Disneyland where you've just never been before.
I know. Wow. Yeah, you gotta do this, right? Figure this all out.
You don't need the honey? Or you just help with it?
You need to organize it.
Yeah. Oh, carrots. Yeah. I saw somebody give you a carrot earlier. That was really cool. That was
But
very
it's
nice.
a very happy carrot,
So-
so you can't really eat that. You have to plant it, so you get more happy carrots. I think I know. You take a picture together. Oh yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, 3, 2, 1.
Meeting Rabbit was wonderful, and it so happens that our virtual queue for Haunted Mansion Holiday got called. So we just jumped back in line. The queue this morning wasn't so bad, because typically even with a virtual queue, you can, expect to stand in line for a little bit, but no, that was a walk-on, and we are already at the mansion. Always 000 days to Christmas. And if somebody understands that whole scroll situation, I think it does say something. It's like a little riddle or whatever, but we've never been able to decipher what that means. But
Well, it's the formula for Christmas.
Oh,
I've
is
only
it?
gotten partway through it. Some of it I can't figure out.
yeah. So obviously the actual queue is still closed. Don't know when that's going to open, but that's going to be super exciting when that does. Okie doke, made it to the side of the park. Now we're staying at Tomorrowland Galactic Grill. Mike's actually picking up our mobile order for a ghost Anaheim steak hamburger or something like that. That is part of their Halloween offering. So definitely got some spice to it from the description. Our order window just got called, so he's over there picking that up. Yeah, park's been kind of busy today, but the wait times strangely have not been super high. So anyway, after this, I think we might head on over to Disney California Adventure. We haven't been there at all this trip. Yesterday, we spent the whole day here, and I'll link the vlog in the description down below from what we did yesterday. And incidentally, Haunted Mansion Holiday, there's one scene by Madame Leota in the back. There's like a pentagram or like a pentagram made from cards, a deck of cards. I had never noticed that before. So, just like with the Winnie the Pooh merch and sweet shop, and sometimes you just notice different things and new things, even though you've been here multiple times and you've seen the ride overlay multiple times as well. Always new things to look out for.
So on the level of Disney heat, Mike, what do you think?
On Disney heat level, this is like a 10.
Oh, really? Wow. So you're saying there's a little bit of spice to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. On actual heat, not that high, but for Disney, this is
Off the chart.
This is probably about as spicy as anything I've had on Disney property.
Another item achievement unlocked in Disneyland. So, how on Main Street there's some rocking chairs, the rockers. It's always just really busy. Never been able to snatch a spot. So today I got to sit in one of the chairs. Okay, we're so Mike had that ghost hamburger from Galactic Grill. He said it's actually pretty good. He enjoyed it, and Looks like the heat is like off the chart by Disney standard, but you know, I try to bite. The heat actually hit you a little bit later. It's a kind of a delayed reaction, but you know, overall it's pretty good. Galactic Grill, honestly, in my opinion, it's a decent little quick service, and for you know, 16, 17 bucks, you can get a decent burger, and that fills you up, and it's, you know, you don't have to have a lot of time commitment eating there either. So, so yeah, he said he's pleasantly surprised, and I would agree. All right, we are finally heading over to Disney California Adventure after a day and a half. I haven't been there yet, so looks like there's one character whom we haven't met before, Horcecollar. I don't even know which one he's from. He might be from like the universes of same universe as Clarabelle Cal, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, wow. But,
universe? What do you think?
Yeah. Let us know which cartoon he comes from. But anyway, so he should be out there in DCA, probably right by where Clarabelle is, out front in Buena Vista Street. And then the other thing is I definitely want to catch the Red Trolley car. That one, because of the expansion in DCA, that is gonna go away, supposedly forever, permanently, because they need to kind of uproot the tracks and everything. So, well, I don't know. Once the dust settles, maybe it comes back, maybe not, but definitely want to ride it before it goes away for good. So we are at the Esplanade, and we are gonna head on over to DCA for the first time this trip. So while Mike was waiting for a red trolley car, I went across the Buena Vista Street and I met with Horcecollar. Never really knew who he was, but apparently he's Clarabelle's boyfriend and also one of Mickey's best friends. And I guess Mike was mentioning in one of the earlier Mickey shorts, you know, the earlier days, Horace is basically Mickey's plow horse. He's super cute. A new character I've never met before, and now I've collected another character here in Disneyland. All right, this is us riding the red trolley car. Don't know how long this thing is going to be here, so one last time to ride it, I guess. This is going to be sort of permanently, semi-permanently retired once they start to work on the new addition to Disney California Adventure. So we're going to miss her.
We're going to be heading all the way down to Sunset Boulevard, making 2 stops on the way, one here at Carthay Circle and one on Hollywood Boulevard. But I want to take a moment to recognize a celebrity on the left side of the trolley here. It's Daisy Duck. Looking very witchy today, so make sure you stop on by. You can find the Fab Five here at Carthay Circle and Buena Vista Street, and of course they are all geared up with their Halloween attire, so make sure you stop on by for a very fun seasonal picture. Alright, so keep those cameras out, let's not have a better picture of my...
Hi, pals!
Okie doke, just catching you guys up. A lot has happened between DCA and here. So we were just literally waiting in line for Guardians of the Galaxy before they turned that over to Monsters After Dark. And you remember this morning I was saying how we went to the Ristorante del Zuccalo over there in Frontierland, and that where Mirabel is meeting guests. The character attendant let us know that sometime this afternoon is when Luisa was supposed to have her first limited time meet and greet here in Disneyland. She's debuting her meet and greet today. So we were just waiting, we're just about to leave the queue and enter the collector's lobby, and I looked at the character screen, my Disney Experience app. It just showed up that Luisa was about to meet around 1:30. This morning when I checked the app, it looked like the 1:30 was still Mirabel's spot, but they probably just flipped it just in time. So then it was right around like 1:05-ish. And I literally, I don't know how I teleported from DCA to Disneyland, but I walked really, really fast and somehow got to be the first guest to meet Luisa on her debut day. So that was great. Mike asked her some really funny questions, but she's awesome. But Isabella, I think she's supposed to come here a little bit later, not today. So at least we got to meet both Luisa and Mirabel at the same time while we're just heading back to DCA, but making a bit of a detour actually. So we're stopping off at the Gibson's Girl Ice Cream Parlor. Mike got the specialty ice cream that is available now during the Halloween season. Last time we were here, it was during Star Wars night, and we got the Princess Leia Galactic Princess Sundae. Looked delicious, and so we're gonna try out this ice cream. I think Mike is saying how this is, yeah, it's a lot of walking in the sun, so I think an ice cream sundae sounds really delicious right now.
So it looks like chocolate coated waffle cone with the gummy worms because you're digging in, get it?
That is really cute.
So.
All right, wow, that looks, we couldn't find a place to sit down, so we're just squatting by the test wall here.
I'm gonna sit down.
That looks like a good sized ice cream though, holy moly. Is that like a waffle cone?
Yeah, it's like a chocolate coated waffle cone.
Holy moly, this looks like remember we had the gray stuff last year? Kind of has that same, it has that same little dig in, little chocolate chip. It looks kind of like that, but that is definitely chocolate. It smells chocolatey. I can even smell it from here.
It's chocolate, and more chocolate.
And it's got like, what, gummy worms in there?
Yeah.
That was really good though. Whoa, wow.
And just like that, we are back in Disney California Adventure. Just a little bit earlier, we tried to ride Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. We literally had to abandon ship mid-queue since I saw that Luisa's meet and greet was happening over there in Disneyland. Had to really haul our butts over there as quickly as possible. Timing actually worked out really well because now they have turned that into the Monster After Dark version. In case you didn't already know, similarly to the Haunted Mansion holiday, Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark is a Halloween seasonal overlay of the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. This version puts a different spin on the story, where the backstory is actually set after the events of the original ride. So in this version, Rocket enlists our help to rescue Baby Groot, who was kind of left behind in the Collector's Fortress, now overrun by monstrous creatures. We actually really look forward to when Mission Breakout turns into this Halloween overlay version, because trust us, this one is definitely a lot more intense and features more intense drops and a much darker lighting concept. We just can't wait to ride it.
Here we go. Now, where is he? Come on, you gotta be somewhere now. Is that? Find you, you idiot! Ha ha! Gotcha! Oh! What are you guys still doing here? Tour's over! The cages are open and the creatures are loose! You gotta get out of here! Wait! Don't get out of here! I could use a hand. My little pal Groot is lost in the fortress somewhere, and I need to find him before he gets ate. I found his tiny little heat signature, see? All those other heat signatures are, well, don't worry about them. Listen up. You guys can be a big help while I look for my pal. A gantry lift full of warm Terrans makes a really great distraction. I just need you to wave your arms, scream, whatever it takes, and then all these things will, never mind. You in? It doesn't matter. That was rhetorical. Now let's move. Meet me at the gantry lift.
Yeah, so as you can see, even the pre-show is a little bit different. But honestly, we just love how Rocket's been so dismissive of us. Basically, we're just bait to him to help rescue Baby Groot. Oh, Rocket, we just love you so much.
Ooh, wow, we did a lot. So we're actually back in Disneyland now. Yeah, no.
Rises 35.
Apparently Rises Resistance is 35 minutes. But so we actually got to do Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, cross out Monster After Dark. Holy moly, I had forgotten how intense that ride is. That one, it's not for the faint of heart. If you think the regular Mission Breakout is intense, that one is even more in my opinion. And then after that, we got a little bit of story time with Deadpool. Got to sit down for a bit. His story time is the same story as we heard on D23 Day at Disneyland. During D23 Day, Wolverine did come out. During this particular story time today, there was no Wolverine.
A few hours later.
We made
to the Blue Bayou. We actually ran into one of the chefs from the Blue Bayou, and they recommended that the blackened ribeye sounds really, really good. They have a bone marrow butter. They had me a bone marrow butter. It's an in-house made sauce, so that sounds delicious. This thing is filled to the brim, so I had to take a sip before I, held up the glass, but exactly what I needed right now. Oh my goodness.
We need to eat by candlelight more because I like how this is reflecting off the.
Is it giving me a soft
Yes,
candlelit
yes,
glow?
yes,
Thank
it
you,
is.
Mike. I appreciate it. So Mike's got the crab cake. We got some arugula salad, some lemon, and ooh, that looks really, really good.
Well, if you notice, they brought you 2 plates. So
Oh, well, I think I'm gonna have to take one of these. There's a lot of glow cubes in the background.
Yes. It's the Phantasmic pre-show.
How is it?
It's good. It's excellent. Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, that is a good portion size for the ribeye. Holy moly. That must be the bone marrow butter. It's like a big golf ball sized butter right there. Holy cow. And then a pile of mushroom and mashed potato. And some broccolini for health, but whatever. And then we've got a pile of pistachio pasta.
Pasta.
Yeah, okay. This is okay. And are these okra?
Asparagus.
Asparagus, okay.
Heirloom, it's like little tomatoes.
Okay.
Baby heirlooms.
This is like absolutely insane. This thing is huge. Holy moly. I'm glad I didn't, I stole Mike's on starter, but wow. Okay. Ready to eat this. Medium rare. Goodness. Look at her. Oh. I asked for medium rare. I got medium rare. This is like perfectly cooked. Holy moly.
So we finished our Blue Bayou dinner. Get the short rib. It was delicious. While we were sitting in Blue Bayou, rise was 30 minutes. It's now up to almost an hour. Hey, we're talking over here. We're hanging out by the A-Wing, getting ready to go.
Hopefully you enjoyed a couple of days that we spent here spontaneously in Disneyland. Yesterday, mostly in Disneyland. Today, we actually sprinkled a couple of DCAs here and there. Again, we are trying to get to 1,500 subscribers, so if you haven't done so, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video.
See you soon.
Bye.